We brought friends too. So this is Mitch today. Since Mitch couldn't be here, this is our guitarist Mitch.
All right, guitarist Mitch.
Her name is Mitch today.
All right, and then I think I know which one is Jessica, and then we got Brandon and Jordan, right?
I'm Brandon.
I'm Jordan.
All right, we got the whole crew. So I'm here with Looming right now. So I'm pretty excited to talk to them about their music. I was shown it by Jacob of Runaway Brother, who are about to be like super famous. So I'm pretty lucky that he'll still talk to me.
And I have to say that dude rules, and that dude represents. A bunch of people have gotten a hold of us and said like, yeah, Jacob from Runaway Brother told us to listen to you. So if you're watching this, thank you.
Love you.
We love you.
Wow. We'll get into Runaway Brother a little more later, but I wanted to get into the music of Looming right now. I really like your guys' style. Are you guys from Springfield, Illinois? That's what I was able to find on the internet.
Yes.
What's it like out in Springfield?
Springfield is pretty cool right now. Can I take the reins here? So Springfield, for going on 10 years now, has had an all-ages music venue called the Black Sheep Cafe. It's next door to the world's oldest indoor skate park, which is called Skank Skates. It's been here 26 years. And there's a really thriving music scene. There are a lot of like young bands, there's just a lot of really active and young participants in the music scene. And in the past year, I have actually opened up my recording studio right here next door to the Black Sheep, and there's a record store downstairs too. So it's like the Springfield music scene is way cooler than I could have ever imagined it being as a kid right now.
That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty jealous of that music scene. No wonder you have such good music coming out of there.
We try.
So let's get into your style a little bit more. What would you guys say some of your like influences were when you're making some music?
I would definitely say when we started that like Mitch and I both listened to a lot of Good Luck. Well, I've always listened to a lot of Good Luck, but I take personal influence. I would say that Ginger Alfred from Good Luck like indirectly taught me how to sing. Like I don't know. I just listening to her showed me to be like powerful and sound like myself. Other than, I don't know about these guys. I listen to a lot of pop music. I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus and yep.
I mean, we're probably about the same on a lot of bands, like Cursive, Park, which is a local band, North Star, bands like that.
Yeah, and I've been on as far as like drumming goes, like I grew up into like a lot of like the really drum-centric emo bands. So I was always super into that, like super noodly emo stuff, and like lately a lot of math rock.
This Town Needs Guns.
This Town Needs Guns.
Yeah. Oh, TTNG.
Yeah. Basically anything on Sargent House is basically my favorite band right now.
I've never heard of This Town Needs Guns until like recently when I've been interviewing bands. Like everyone is influenced by them, and I'm like, what am I missing out on? So I've been listening to it now. I really dig it.
Yeah, it's insane. They're great.
I was a Cursive fan as well way back.
I think we both have cursive tattoos.
Cursive tattoos.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see.
Cursive.
Got a sink to swim here, and I've got the classic cheesy 2007. The tattoo that everybody got in 2007, the Ugly Organ. So
2007's tattoo of the year in music was.
I don't remember what year that album came out, but that was the official tattoo of 2007.
How you guys before this had each been in different bands, right? Mm-hmm. But so how did this project come together?
Yeah, well, we both played together in Our Lady, and we used to tour together. And Brandon and I we live together, so it kind of Mitch got a hold of me. He knew that I wasn't in Our Lady anymore, and he said, if you want to get together, jam, call me. And I did, and we wrote a song, it was definition of home, and then Brandon, of course, plays drums. And
I heard them playing in the basement when I was leaving to go practice with another band, and I came back and I was like, shit, that sounded good. I was like, if you need somebody to play some drums, I know a guy.
Yeah.
Since I already played with Jordan, I just brought up the idea of bringing Jordan in because he brings a lot to us. He brings a lot to the table. Having a second guitarist is wonderful.
Yeah, Jordan and I played in a band together at one point as well, and Jordan and I have been bumping into each other in the music scene here since we were kids. So it was pretty natural that we would all land in a band together. And Mitch, of course, who is unspoken for.
He was like, should we do acoustic or electric? And he's like, I've never done electric. And I was like, let's do electric.
He had like a Shredder Jackson guitar. And he was playing like twinkly, noodly little pop riffs, you know?
And you were like, I'll teach you something, don't worry.
Here we are.
Yeah. Well, I really dug that first EP a lot. And then while I was looking you guys up for to find some stuff about this interview, I saw that you had that new song on that compilation as well, right?
Yeah, it's the record comes out this spring, I think. Maybe even in March. Maybe
Hopefully.
as soon as March.
Yeah.
And it also comes with a CD with more bands that you should listen to. And some of them are already up on the Bandcamp, as you saw, I'm sure.
Awesome.
We're really, really excited to be a part of that.
Super
It's
cool.
awesome. Chris does a lot for us.
Yeah. But it's Planet X Records out of Bloomington, Indiana.
Even more exciting than that, though, is the fact that you guys are headed back to the studio, says your Facebook, right? Is this...
We're in the studio.
Yeah. We're here right now.
In-studio interview.
No, we've, how many hours?
We are 51 hours into tracking our full length.
How is the new stuff coming along? Does it sound a lot like the EP, do you think?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I mean, I think there's similar aspects to the new stuff that we had been writing and that we're recording now to our first EP, but I feel like it's more mature. I feel like we sat down and we really put everything that we could into these songs, and I think it really shows more than it did in the first EP.
Yeah, and I think one kind of one similarity to the EP is that with the first EP there were, you know, like a couple songs that were like Mitch ideas, a couple songs that were like Jordan ideas. We all kind of had a couple songs that we kind of like pitched the idea for, and the new album is the same way, that there's a lot of varied input with it. So I feel like it's a pretty broad and kind of dynamic record because there's a lot. There are a lot of people like actively contributing to it. It's not just like, you know, this isn't the kind of band where it's like one person writes everything. One person comes up with an idea, and for the most part, we just get together and jam everything out together. So there's a lot of mutual input.
Yeah, that was one question I was going to ask you, because like I feel like with a lot of these bands where everyone came from a different project and then sort of like imposed together, like you bring a lot of creative like forces in with that. And I wanted to know like how the writing process came together, but that sounds pretty sweet. Definitely adds a little variance to the album. Some SAT words as well. There you go. So people think I'm smart. Let's see. What else did I want to talk to you about? Well, one thing that I like to talk to people in music about is, outside of music, what kind of stuff are you into?
I work at a screen printing shop, so I make T-shirts all day, and then I come and spend my nights here at the studio. So it's pretty much T-shirts. I get coffee in the mornings usually, and music. Yeah. Anybody?
I mean, movies and my pets, that's about it. Other than playing guitar, reading a few books every once in a while, writing some stuff, that's about it. Movies and guitar.
What's your number one movie then?
Oh, that's a really bad question.
You could go with the
My
top.
number one movie this week would be 12 Monkeys. I recently picked that up at Disc Replay, and it was great. And then I found out about the series. I don't have cable or
I
internet,
just watched the first half of the first episode.
I watched it last night. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I've
it
never
looks
heard of
great. It looks great.
I like Basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, Basketball is
Brandon's not
great.
that good at movies.
That's like my favorite movie ever, Basketball.
I wouldn't say my favorite movie ever. Mine is Jurassic Park, but
Okay.
Basketball is good. Basketball is good.
Yeah.
But I
only like stoner comedies.
Yeah, I'm a
He's
straight
not-
edge kid that likes
yeah.
stoner comedies. Jess, what do you do? What the hell do you do?
I'm a barista, so
coffee.
I smell like coffee right now. And then I'm in 4 bands, so I kind of that takes up a lot of time. I work at the record store 1 day a week, and yeah, I don't know. My family sword fights, so sometimes I dabble in that. That's a little weird. That's a fun fact.
Whoa.
So actually the cover of the album, the cover of our EP, it was Jess and Mitch and those helms, and those were real helms that are made for being hit with swords.
Yeah, I was wearing my own.
Her dad made it, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Whoa. So you have a sword fighting lead singer, and 2 out of the 3 of you answered that all you do is music and coffee. So I think I like you guys a lot right now. So let's see what are some music that you guys listen to now that you're like into or excited for coming up?
Sleater Kinney and Bjork, did they both put out albums today? Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. I haven't touched them. I haven't listened to them, but I haven't had time, but I know inside, really, can we hurry? So no, but I'm excited about that.
I don't really listen to new music that much. I stick to all the stuff I listened to when I was in high school.
He does.
I'm awful.
I'm
Cursive.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm excited. Milets. It's like a Loop Station solo project guy, super talented, really young kid on Sergeant House. Sergeant House Records. But yeah, he did. He just recorded an album that's coming out in April that I'm super stoked about. I'm a huge Sigur Rós fan. I don't know who else is putting out new music right now.
Yeah, I don't
a
know.
lot of people. There are a lot of
There's a lot of local music.
Yeah, a lot of local.
a lot of really good local music.
Stuff.
Yeah, there's a stoner rock band from Champaign that I just recorded called Resonator. It's 2 guitarists or 2 bassists and 2 drummers, and
Wow.
I just did their album and it's really cool. It's just like really good low stoner rock. But,
So much bass.
yeah, exactly.
But speaking of some new music coming out, Jessica, you were on the Runaway Brother album that's coming up, right? A little bit of vocal stuff,
A
right?
little bit, yep.
So, what tracks are you on for that? Where should I listen?
I think I'm on like 5. What do you think it was 5?
Yes.
I'm on like 5 different tracks. If I looked at it, I would maybe remember. I
There
think
was a Moth,
There's something about a mother.
Catch.
Any of the ones with a lot of like backup vocals. A lot of it's like me and their bass player. What's his name? Ian. I believe his name's Ian.
Names.
Yeah. So I sing along with him a lot. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited. I have the whole thing.
But I'm very excited for it too. I think that's going to be a big release for them.
When I did it, I kept telling them that like they were gonna make me have to quit smoking because it was so much breath. Like they pushed so much further than I usually do. I really had to like work to be able to do the vocals on their album, but it's really cool. It sounds great.
That'll be a good one. Well, that's pretty much it, but I'll finish up by asking, what are your future plans? Because you're recording, do you have any idea when this is going to come out, or any idea where it's going to come out, or anything like that?
So there will be a vinyl release of this album. There will be a full length. an exact timeline isn't really in the works. We're hoping to be getting into a place where we can start touring a little bit. Is the goal?
Yeah.
Is the goal this year? So there are loose plans.
We expect it to come out in the summer, probably in the middle of summer, but we don't know when. We don't know who it's going out with either yet. I don't know.
We're
We're
working
working out the details.
Yeah, but there will be an LP coming out,
and we will be touring this year, which we're really excited about.
Yeah. I would love to catch you guys live. So I'm excited to hear it. So let me know as things progress. But
of course.
I think this will be a really cool release. So I'll talk to you guys later and keep me informed on this album.
Thank you.
Have a great time. And thanks for hanging with me.